Welcome back. You're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm Shannon Register, and today we're talking about land purchases. We're talking about different things because land can be purchased for an investment. You can hold on to it, or you can buy it and go build a house on it, do something with it. So we're talking this segment specifically about lots that you can purchase. Anything really like 1.5 to 2 acres or less. Most of the ones that you see in a subdivision are going to be 1 acre or less. But you can get some larger ones out in Montgomery County. There's still a few left out there. So we're talking about lots today. I've got Robyn Scharlach here with me. She's one of my agents over at Register Real Estate Advisors, and she helps a lot of folks out in Montgomery County, Conroe area, and in the Woodlands. And so I brought her in to talk about this today. So we're excited to have you on the show.
Excited to be here. Thanks, Shannon.
So, Robyn, I know you work with a lot of clients. Your husband's a builder, so I know he's out buying a lot of lots and doing a lot of development and that kind of thing. What do you tell people who want to purchase a lot to hang on to as an investment? Is it a good investment?
Land's a great investment. I think it was Mark Twain that said, buy land they're not making anymore because it's disappearing. I mean, the building is going crazy everywhere, especially Montgomery County. Everything's moving kind of north out of Harris County. And even the Woodlands, people are moving up further north. And so land is at a premium. So if you can find a good price on land, or even if you wanted to invest in a small tract of land that could in the future be developed, that would be a great investment because the land prices are going up just almost day by day.
Every once in a while, you'll see a neighborhood that's got a few lots in it, and they've been for sale for years. Why are those not selling?
It just depends. Some lots are still for sale because they're way overpriced, and the people that own them know land is going up, and they're just going to hold them until they can recoup the amount of investment they want to get out of them. For other reasons, maybe the community's not holding at value as far as the houses go, so the land's not holding that value either.
Okay. I know sometimes the lots are hard to build on too. If they're an odd shape, they're just kind of a leftover piece.
An odd shape, or the setbacks maybe are too large, making it too hard to build a decent sized home on. A lot of people, especially Montgomery County, has a lot of older people moving that direction to get the lower taxes in Montgomery County versus Harris County. And they want 1-stories, and you need a pretty large lot to build a decent sized 1-story.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. When you're helping someone find a lot to build a house on, what do you look for in that lot?
Ideally, you'd find something that's level and fairly cleared. You do want some trees, but having to clear a full lot of trees can be expensive. Not as expensive as some people would think, but it is costly. A tree, of a decent size could run $600 to $800 to clear and remove the stump. A whole lot you could get cleared if it's smaller trees and underbrush for $4,000 up to maybe $10,000 or $12,000, depending on how large the lot is and how much needs to be brushed.
Okay. So in a lot, you're looking at whether it's cleared or not. What are some other things that you look for? I mean, you want it to be level, I assume.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to bring in a lot of dirt.
Exactly. So as level as possible is the key. And also you want to check for floodplain status. How high is the elevation of that lot? Does it go front to back? Are you going to have to build up the back, build up the front? Because there's different things. And of course, you don't want your driveway to be a mountain to get into.
Yeah.
So those are things that you really want to look for.
So we talked about it being a good investment to hold on to. I know that some neighborhoods, though, do put restrictions on them. So, for example, you could buy in a neighborhood and they put a restriction on it where you have to build within the first 2 years.
Correct.
So you could hold it for 2 years and then resell it or have to build on it. What do you think about those neighborhoods?
I don't see as many of those now. Sometimes a new development that opens up, when they open up lots for sale, there's more of those restrictions because the developer wants to recoup his investment as quickly as possible. And then they get more HOA fees from someone that owns it, typically from a builder. If a builder takes down 10 lots, they're going to give them a deal on the HOA fees, which then impacts their cash flow as well.
Do you think that it's better to purchase in a new neighborhood or an established neighborhood when you're looking at lots?
If you're looking to build, I would say definitely in a established neighborhood because you know what's around you. You know what your neighbors are going to look like. If their homes are holding value, you can check the tax records. Your agent can check the tax records for you and see that things are actually appreciating or at least holding the same. You don't want areas where the houses are declining in condition and value because that's going to negatively impact your investment once you build.
All right. And if you want to build on the lake, there really aren't any lake lots left, are
Not
there?
many, and they're expensive.
Yeah, there's just a few. Yeah, you could be out on the island in Bentwater. There's still a few out there.
Actually, Bentwater has quite a few lots, more than other places. Just I think it's a little bit further out, but it's beautiful once you get there, and it's a little oasis of its own. So it's a great place to buy right now.
There are a few lots, but not a lot. When you're out on the water, you see some people building new homes, but not a lot.
No,
not a lot.
There's not many left.
I think that it's important, though, if you're going to buy a lake lot, you really want to look at whether it's open water or canal or an inlet, what kind of water source you're going to be looking out onto. And also the way the sun sets. That's huge. Wherever you're going to build a house, that's huge.
Exactly. You don't want necessarily to have your backyard facing west, because every afternoon when you're going to go outside and enjoy the afternoon watching your kids or your grandkids or just watching the lake, the sun to be beating down on you.
Right.
So it can get pretty hot.
Yeah. I think that, one of the things, people will buy a lot in a neighborhood because it's a good investment and they want to hold it, but sometimes they buy the wrong lot. Sometimes it's a lot that they later find out wasn't the best lot. Sometimes they're heavily wooded, and it's hard to see how they really are going to.
Right. It's definitely a good idea to try to walk the lot if it is wooded when you can. Some builders and developers I work with, they have underbrush some of the wooded lots so you can see what is there. Of course, they grow back pretty quickly.
Yeah, but, especially in the summer.
It's you want to know that you don't have a little stream running through your lot that you didn't know about, or a super low spot, or where the soil, it does change, across a lot sometimes, a little bit, not a lot, but you want to make sure it's a buildable surface and not going to cause you much problems when you build.
Do you think you should do a soil test when you purchase the lot, or wait until, because it can be fixed no matter what comes back. It can be fixed.
Yes,
it can be built on. But do you
it's
think
a good idea if the cost is a huge factor. It's a cost for everyone, but for some more than others. Make sure you know what kind of substrate you have. Do that during your option period, just like you want to get an insurance estimate when you're buying a house during your option period to make sure it's not going to put your price of your mortgage above where you want it. Same with your lot. If it's your build cost is going to be too high and you're going to need a retaining wall or tons of piers, you need to know that up front.
Okay, let's talk about living on a golf course. There are a lot of people who want to live on a golf course, usually golfers, but what do you look for when you're buying a lot on the golf course?
Well, you want to, again, check which way your backyard is facing, because you don't want to have your whole afternoon spent in the sun. If that's a big deal to you. If you prefer morning outside coffee time, then it's not as big of a deal. Also, you want to see where on the golf course the house is located. You ideally want to be closer to the tee box, like really close, or behind the tee box, so you don't get those shanked balls, or closer to the green. If you're in the middle of the fairway, it's still okay. It's not a problem. Most houses on a hole are going to be on the fairway because there's more space there. Being on the right side looking down towards the green is generally where most of the balls are going to be sliced.
Yeah.
So the left side of the golf course is going to be a little bit safer ball-wise, but you can get a ball anywhere.
Yeah.
My parents, for instance, were on a hole in April Sound, and we were having a birthday party for my 2-year-old, and we were way off kind of between two houses where the little bouncy house was, and one of our friends actually got hit with the golf ball. I think she had sunglasses on, but hit her. And it was like, it hit a tree and bounced off and ricocheted. It was like a 1 in a million shot.
Wow.
So you just be careful. And when you have kids or adults, be aware when you're outside. Just watch for golfers. And
some lots, one of the other things to look at when you're going to be building in a neighborhood, when you're going to be building down the road, year, 2 years, 3 years down the road, look at the cost it's going to be, because sometimes they make you put up like a $5,000 fee just in case the road gets damaged by a truck. I mean, there can be some large fees involved that you aren't even aware of until you start building.
Yes, that's true. And then those costs they're going to charge your builder, those deposits and things like that, and the builder is going to pass it on to you.
Right.
So just be aware of that. A lot of times you do get that back after you build if there's no damage.
As long as there's no damage.
But that varies per neighborhood. And who's to say your builder did it or someone else's builder did it?
Right, yeah. And gated or not gated, manned gated or just gated.
Yeah,
there's differences.
Total personal preference. Man gated obviously is going to have more actual security than a unmanned gate, but it does give people a sense of security to be behind those gates.
All right, Robyn Scharlach at Register Real Estate Advisors. Thanks for coming in. If people want to reach you, how can they get in touch with you?
My cell phone is 713-825-8647, or hit my website at MontgomeryCountyRealEstate.com.
All right, and you can find lots of agents who specialize in lots of different things over at Register Real Estate Advisors at RREA.com. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Houston Real Estate Radio. You can watch all the videos online at HoustonRealEstateRadio.com.
Imagine you and your family return from a tropical vacation to find that one of your pipes burst, flooding your entire house. Are you fully covered? Will you only receive $100 for your TV that cost you $2,000 just 2 years ago? Will your insurance company pay for you to live in a hotel while your home is being repaired? What if on that same trip you lose your wedding ring? Will your home insurance coverage replace that as well? All insurance policies are not created equal. If you don't know the answer to these questions, you're not alone. Most people don't understand the gaps in their coverage until it's too late. Call Goosehead Insurance today and let one of our agents review your current policy to ensure that you are fully covered. At Goosehead Insurance, we understand the power of choice. Instead of working for a single insurance company, our agents have access to over 20 A-rated carriers. This allows us to craft a policy to fit your particular lifestyle, budget, and needs. It also enables us to reshop your policy in the future if necessary, saving you time and money. No need to look for another agent. At Goosehead, we've got you covered. Our agents will walk you through each policy decision so that you have the coverage you need. If that's not reason enough, talk to one of our happy clients. Our client satisfaction scores are 3 times the industry average. To experience the Goosehead Insurance difference, visit us online at goosehead.com or call us at 800-474-1377.